Who's your NHL comparison for yourself?
I would say Braden Point. I like to
Hmm.
watch him a lot. How his motor and his hockey sense. He's not the biggest guy, but he's not the smallest either. Kind of similar to me. How hard he works and how skilled he is to make plays and how he sees the ice out there.
He's a good one. Who
Yeah.
do you consider the best NHL forward under 23 in the NHL?
Um, ooh, I'd say Seth Jarvis probably.
That's a good one.
I would.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a Portland Winterhawk though, so I don't know if I should be giving him credit, but Uh, no, yeah, I'd say Jarvis. I mean, I've always really liked watching him play, especially with making four nations, and at such a young age is pretty impressive. Him, or I mean, Bedard's good too, but
Mhm.
I'd say Jarvis right now.
How would you describe your biggest strength?
I'd say my compete level, my motor, how hard I work, and my hockey sense, how I can, make turnovers and then kind of make plays from there and find guys or use my shot to create offense.
Who was your favorite team growing up, and what was the first jersey you owned?
When I was younger, I was a bit of a bandwagon, to be honest. I liked the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Okay.
I mean, I've always liked the Oilers, but I was a bit of a bandwagon when I was young because I was always a Sidney Crosby guy. I think my first jersey was a Crosby jersey. He was always my guy growing up.
Hmm.
The Penguins when they were good in like 2016, 2017 when they won back-to-back cups. That was usually my favorite team to watch, but I've always been an Oilers fan, and for the past 5, 6 years, I've been following them a lot with McDavid and Draisaitl. So
Yeah.
yeah,
What are your hobbies outside of hockey? Do you play any video games, childhood games?
yeah, I like to wake surf in the summers. My One of my buddies, he has a really good spot in northern Alberta, and he's got a really nice boat.
Hmm.
That's something I started to pick up a bit. I also like to play pickleball.
Nice.
I'm big into that. I got a here in Seattle. I actually have a court in my backyard, which is pretty cool in my built house. So I'm really lucky
Hmm.
that we get to play, and the weather's a lot nicer than back home in Edmonton. So get to do that. Yeah. Um, I mean, I play a little Fortnite here and there with the guys back home, but
Hmm.
not the biggest gamer. I've never been the best at it, but I just like to do it just to kind of stay in touch with the guys back home.
Do you have a pickleball partner that you play with, one of your teammates, when you play at the Billet House?
Yeah, I mean, my billet brother, Braden Holberton,
Hmm.
I play with him. Hy Davidson, Hayden Pakla, they're both usually the two other guys I play with a lot. I like to do singles too, a big singles player.
Nice.
Um,
What's been your proudest moment on the ice so far in your entire career?
I mean, winning Halenka was a proud moment. That was my first time winning a gold with Team Canada. I mean, that was my second time. The first time was U17s. So at home in Rogers Place in Edmonton was really cool. Um, or being named captain too, and you kind of go on the ice for the first time with the C, and you kind of see yourself in the glass. It's a pretty cool feeling. At such a young age, and really proud of that. Yeah, I would have to say those two things.
Do you wear your medal a lot around the house?
No, not really. Um, it's in my closet. I got all my medals and stuff in there that I kind of like to keep it there. But yeah, it's a nice medal.
What's your favorite part of the game? Offensive rush, setting up plays, scoring goals, or something else?
I'd say just winning. The feeling after winning a big game with the guys in the locker room after, there's no better feeling after, you played a good game and you guys won as a
Hmm.
team. And, you get the music going in the room and I mean scoring goals, obviously and making plays off the rush is always fun too. But I think when you win as a team and that feeling that you get after just that positive energy and being able to celebrate with your teammates.
Would you rather dangle through two defenders or score a Michigan?
On it, probably Michigan, because I've
Hmm.
never done it I did it when I was 15 though, actually in training camp, but I haven't done it since. Yeah, I would say Michigan, that'd be pretty cool.
Do you see your playing style fitting into the NHL?
I'd say it fits in really well. I think I got really good hockey sense and that, those habits that you can't really teach. It's my work ethic and I think I can play in all situations if it's, lower in the lineup or higher in the lineup, penalty
Hmm.
kill, power play. I think it translates well.
Do you have any pregame rituals, or how do you prepare before a big game?
I usually the thing I started this year is going in the stands and just kind of visualizing a bit.
Mm.
I usually get to the rink about 3 hours, like especially home games. I get here about 3 hours early, 2 hours, 45 minutes. Go in the stands, kind of just visualize like at the ice. Might go on the ice too if the lights are on and stick handle just with my stick and gloves and just on my shoes on. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I have the same on ice warm up kind of routines that I always do, but I'm not the most superstitious guy. I'd say it's more of a routine.
What's the play that you've rewatched the most in your entire career?
Probably my goal against Saskatoon, earlier in the season, or even the goal last year when I was 16. Kind of the whole sequence against Brandon when we scored 3 goals in a minute to
Mm.
win the game. That was a pretty cool moment. It was like my third game of my 16-year-old season. Um, it was a pretty cool moment in that rink, and so yeah, I'd say those two.
What's the best game that you've ever felt you've played where you were just like on fire that day, everything was going well?
Um, let's see this. I like my Red Deer game when we played one. Red Deer came to town. I think I had a goal and an assist, but it was just we were losing going to. I was had tons of chances all game.
Mhm.
I had the shootout winner too, I think, or I scored. I don't know if it was the winner, but yeah, it was a tight checking game. But we were kind of struggling at the start of the year, so it was a big win, and I think I got a shorthanded goal to tie the game and went flying into the net, and then it got in a little scrum, and then but yeah, it was a good game. Just got the win, so yeah.
What's one thing your teammates know about you that your fans probably don't?
Um, I'd say I'm a pretty funny guy.
Hmm.
I don't know, the fans probably wouldn't know that about me. I'm pretty serious on the ice, so maybe my personality and behind the interviews and the cameras and all that, I probably don't show my personality that much, but
Yeah.
I'd say with my teammates, I'm a pretty funny guy and fun to be around.
What's your favorite part about the draft process, or the weirdest where it's like I didn't know that was gonna happen?
Um, my favorite part, probably just the whole process of it.
Hmm.
The top prospects game was really fun. Really enjoyed that. It was just kind of get to play best on best hockey, see a bunch of guys that you haven't seen since the summer or you have never met before.
Yeah.
And also talking, especially at the start of the year and the whole process when you start talking to teams, and it's pretty cool because you never talked to an NHL team before, so when you start doing it, it's a pretty cool feeling. There had besides, sometimes you get weird questions asked that are hard to answer, but
Hmm.
I'd say that's the only thing that kind of surprised me. It didn't really surprise me because I knew that would probably happen, but it's been pretty good so far, and I'm just enjoying the process.
Can I like ask what the weirdest question you've received was?
Yeah, I think it was more of like it was like they're all like situational like questions, like what would I
Hmm.
do in this? And I kind of forget the question, but it was just like some questions that I just didn't even have an answer for. I didn't even know what to say, but it wasn't too bad. I haven't got anything too difficult yet.
Let's zoom out and you win the Stanley Cup. What would you do with the cup?
I'd probably bring it back home to Sherwood Park, have a good day with my buddies and my parents, with all the people that, got me to where I want to be. It's
Mm.
like winning the Stanley Cup if that ever were to happen. And probably going to my buddy's lake or something, taking it on the boat, or maybe I have a lake by that time, maybe taking it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably just bringing it back to Sherwood Park, with all the people that got me to where I am and supported me and sharing it with them.
Do you talk on the ice? And what's the best chirp you've ever heard or was said to you?
Probably, I do talk a bit. I try not to though, honestly. I'm not the biggest chirper. I feel
Hmm.
like if I get chirped too, I don't really chirp back. I kind of use it more as fuel and energy to it doesn't rattle me at all. I quite like it when I get chirp, but the best chirp, like, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I didn't hear this live, but I saw a thing that Bowen Byram, he some 20-year-old was chirping him when he was 20, and he told him, "You be working 9 to 5 in 5 years, and I'm gonna be making 9.5 or something like that."
Yeah, 925. Yeah, that was
2.5.
crazy.
Yeah, that that would probably. I mean, I obviously I didn't hear that live, but
Mm.
that was a cool chirp when I saw that. That was pretty funny.